as a reminder, guys, so let's get to Netherlands, Ecuador, Senegal, Qatar. That's Group A. Who did you guys, or who have you guys got coming out of this group? I'll start with you, Luis.
Well, I had Netherlands and Senegal, and I made that prediction before Sadio Mane. And I think that I'm going to be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, because I really I'm rooting for my South Americans here. Of course, I'm hoping that Ecuador does it, but we'll see. So I think Ecuador will make this happen.
Obviously, we know the hosts are already out. So Netherlands, Ecuador, Senegal, and Qatar. Gab?
And honestly, I make so many predictions, I don't remember. I think I predicted Holland and Senegal. I think it's going to be Holland and Senegal. But for what I've seen on merit, it should be Senegal and Ecuador.
So Group B is the interesting one, because I think most of us had England and USA getting out of this group. Yeah. Right now, England sit top, Iran behind them on 3 points, USA on 2, Wales on 1. Am I alone in thinking that it was England and USA for most of our team?
No, I think that's correct. And I'm just a bit worried about, I know it's crazy to say, because the USMNT really deserve more than just a point against England. But I think Iran is going to be a tough animal, because they're not going to sit back. I think England were at the very least very easy to decipher in that point against the USMNT. Iran are not going to do that. They're going to go for it. And I don't know how that's going to be a reactive thing for Greg Berhalter. So I don't know. I'm going to wait till I hear what Gab has to say before I make my decision on that one.
England, say that, and then I'll bounce backwards and forwards on the rest of the group, so we don't take forever on them. But it's interesting to know what you think on Group B, Gab.
Yeah, I think I went England and US, and I'm going to stick with England and US. Although, how cool would it be if Wales were to beat England? I think they need to beat them by 4 goals or more.
I know. Well, it wouldn't be that cool, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I think, for the narrative of the World Cup,
Harry Maguire, though, so that he doesn't undo all the good work he's done and get all back on his case again.
Just wait. 2 Harry Maguire own goals from that one. Yeah.
So, Gab, I'll let you take Group C then. It's currently Poland on top, 4 points, Argentina on 3 points, Saudi Arabia on 3 points, and Mexico on 1 point. I had Argentina and Poland getting out, but Argentina first and Poland behind them.
Yeah, I think I had Argentina and Poland as well. Now, looking at this, given Poland and Argentina play each other, tell you what, Saudi's looking pretty good. And I don't think it's unthinkable that actually, don't hate me, but Argentina could get knocked out. If, in the end, this is like a knockout game, right? And Poland have the hot goalkeeper, and they have Robert Lewandowski. And, in some ways, Argentina have a hot mess at times for all their talent. So I'm not saying it's definitely going to be an upset, but I'm saying this would be a less surprising upset. And if you had to point to a so-called big country to go out in the group stage, I think at this point I would say Argentina is probably the likeliest, unless there's something I'm forgetting.
Wow.
No, I'm completely in agreement with Gab. I'm not saying it's like put your money here on this, but I think from what we have seen in this group, it is not a shock at all to say that Poland could definitely beat Argentina, Saudi Arabia beats Mexico, and that's it. It's not a shock to say it. Will it happen is another question, but I think we've seen enough evidence to suggest that it could. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, until Messi scores a worldie and saves the day. And the Saudi fans have been brilliant as well. Some of them have been a bit cheeky and having a lot of fun. That's been good to see. I always love to see the characters of the fans coming out as well, and some of those stories too. So I'd love to see that. All right, Luis. Group D, France are on top. We already know they're through, 6 points. Australia behind them, 3 points. Then Denmark and Tunisia on a point each. You've been high on Denmark.
Yep, and again, I've been wrong on that one. Not that wrong, though, because, they're still in it, of course. I just thought I'd see a little bit more against France, but to be fair, that's more on France. Didier Deschamps' side has really, once again, similar narratives to what I was thinking about Portugal and how Fernando Santos has surprised me. I think equally Didier Deschamps here has surprised me as well, especially after losing Karim Benzema, etc. I still see Denmark getting out of this. I still think that they will be strong enough against a very brave who are they playing? Tunisia, right? No, I'm sorry, they drew that one against a very brave Australian side who I really didn't think were going to get any points. So I'm very surprised about them. But I see Denmark getting out of this.
Let's get to Group E then, Gab, because the last time the three of us were together on the FC Daily, it was actually before that Spain-Germany game. We were on different sides of the fence when it came to who was going to win it. We were all wrong because it ended up being a draw, of course. That group, Group E, has Spain 4 points, Japan 3 points, Costa Rica 3 points, and Germany 1 point. I think most of us had Spain and Germany getting out of this group. What do you think it's going to shape up to be in the end, Gab?
I think it's still going to be Spain and Germany, and it really annoys me because Japan screwed everything up. Costa Rica. Honestly, like if we're going to criticize managers, I don't know what Hajime Moriyasu was thinking in that, making those changes and just really throwing the game away and then losing. And reality now is, again, talk about cool results. How cool would it be if Costa Rica beat Germany?
It would be amazing. It would be amazing. I will adopt myself as Costa Rican on that day if that happens. It would be so great. It's so great because Costa Rica, just being here is a win in itself for them. And the fact that they beat a Japan side, to Gab's point, the strategy wasn't great, but Costa Rica got those 3 points. If they beat Germany, oh my God, I'm buying every Tico in New York City, whatever they want.
And then
it'll be amazing.
Navas to go up the other end and go at Neuer in your face. All right?
Yes, exactly.
Which would never happen because he's far too
good
for that.
Honestly, they could also win the group because we've seen, Spain are obviously a better team than Japan, but how often have we seen Spain create a bazillion chances and then, they don't finish or whatever?
Yeah.
We saw it at the Euros or, and if that were to happen and Costa Rica beat Germany, then Costa Rica win the group, which would
be ridiculous.
Stranger things have happened. Group F, Luis, Croatia, Morocco, Belgium, Canada. Canada are already out. Croatia 4 points, Morocco 4 points, Belgium 3 points. This is Group F. I
think it's staying as it is, and I'm so happy for Morocco. I think it's staying as it is. I think Belgium have some serious issues on and off the field. I think that everything has been proven already for what Roberto Martinez has been, or rather has not been able to do. And Morocco are here to play. And Croatia, Croatia. I was silly with Croatia in my predictions before the tournament started. How dare I? Because, they didn't make it to the final, the 2018 World Cup final for no reason. They're very good, very conservative, but also very resilient. But Morocco's the story here for me. I hope they get out of the group.
Okay, in Group G, Gab, behind Brazil, who we know have already made it now, you've got Switzerland, Cameroon, and Serbia. Who makes it?
I think at this point, I would probably have to lean Switzerland. But
on 3 points, the other guys on 1 point each.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where with Switzerland, you never quite know how they actually manage to do it. But they're always there. And I just think today was the real head-to-head that made a difference. And again, Cameroon screwing it up in that game against Switzerland, it could be a very different World Cup. But now with Onana out of the picture, you lose a lot. Plus, you wonder, what other things might be going on internally in that team. And obviously, you're talking about beating Brazil, which is a pretty big ask.
All right, so we'll go quickly on Group H because we've got to get Gab on a topic that he's going to be talking about a lot tonight, no doubt. Group H, so quickly, Luis. Obviously, we know Portugal are through now. Ghana behind them on 3 points, and it's South Korea and Uruguay both on a point each.
Yeah, I'm 180ing this so much. I want Ghana to come through here. Like, they deserve it. Their fans have been electric. At least Ghana have gone for it every single game. Uruguay have been such a disappointment to me. I had such high hopes for them. I want Ghana here. Ghana wins.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.